Hello guys, welcome to this episode of Flood Your Mouth. Today we're going to cook a classic Vietnamese dish called cơm gà roti, which is translated to 5-spice roasted chicken. What we're going to start with is basically putting the marinade together, and then we're going to marinate the chicken. I highly recommend to marinate this overnight. So what we're going to do is basically make the seasoning, the marinade, prep it, and then we're going to put that in the refrigerator. It's really good for the next day. Great for family dinner, or you could even do it for lunch. So let's get started, okay? So in a mixing bowl, what I'm going to do now is going to grab some of the rest ingredient, and then I'm going to basically put this together and let it marinate overnight. So what I want you to do is grab 1 tablespoon of 5-spice powder. Basically, 5-spice powder is pretty much similar to the spice that we put in pho, but they basically put this, grind it and put into a spice. It basically have star anise, clove, cinnamon, cardamom, and coriander. Okay, so 1.5 tablespoon of 5-spice powder. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, this part is optional. If you like spicy food, you can put this in or not. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So we're basically doing just the dry ingredient right now. And 1 tablespoon of granulated white sugar. Okay. Then we're gonna put the wet ingredient. Which is 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Okay. And then 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Now the sesame oil is very fragrant. It's really strong in flavor, so you don't want to put too much, so 1 tablespoon. Okay. And in addition to that, I'm going to get 1/2 cup of water. Now what this 1/2 cup of water is going to do is going to dilute and basically lighten up the soy sauce, because this is just regular soy sauce. If you're using light soy sauce, do add 1 full cup of soy sauce. Most households now usually carry only the light soy sauce, so do be aware of that. Okay. Now I'm just going to stir this up, mix it up well. And let that sit to the side a little bit, and we're going to work on our chicken. Classically, most restaurants use garnished hen, where they just have the whole little baby hen, and then they serve you half of it. I find that using regular chicken is better, because chicken tends to be more tender. There's more surface area for the marinade to seep in. This part is optional. What I find is I'm going to actually, this part is the thigh, the dark meat. I'm going to cut by the joint and separate the thigh, the leg from the thigh part, okay? That gives us more surface area to marinate, and it's going to taste even better, okay? So basically I'm just run my knife down the joint and cut it to that part, okay? And in addition to that, there's a lot of excess fat. I'm going to also trim the fat off a little bit. So we want to make a healthy meal, right? So we're going to have 2 pieces of dark meat like that for each thigh piece, okay? I'm going to do that to the second piece. And it's really easy if you cut right at the joint. It comes right apart, okay? excess fat, cut that part off also, and we're going to get rid of that. And with the 2 piece, basically I have a whole chicken here, 2 breasts, and I discarded the wing because the wing tends to burn in this cooking process since we're roasting it. So I took the wing apart, and we could save the wing for other recipes. Okay, this is actually 1 whole chicken, which is about 5 pounds. The bone's still in. When you leave the bone in, it holds the juice, the flavor more. And then basically now, what I'm going to do is wash my hand, grab a Ziploc, and we're going to put the marinade in, and then we'll just put it in the refrigerator. And tomorrow you can cook this for dinner or lunch. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this is really convenient. It's just a freezer bag. I'm going to take the chicken, I'm going to put it in the freezer bag. So this would help the marinade process. You can marinate in a bowl if you have a large glass bowl, but the juice tends to have more room inside in the freezer bag to touch all the surface area. Let me remove the cutting board. So now the marinade that we mixed, we're just going to pour right in the bag. Okay. Zip it up. And what you want to do, we just mix it around. Okay. Again, you could do this the day before if you know that you wanted this dish, this 5-spice roasted chicken, on Wednesday, Tuesday, get a head start. You could also do this on Monday night. The longer it marinate, the better it is. I just recommend at least a minimum of 6 hours. So if you had time in the morning and you did this before you went to work, this would also be really great too. So extra sauce is really simple, just the dry ingredient, the soy sauce, sesame oil, and mix it in with the dry spice. Have the chicken marinated, and we're just basically going to put this in the refrigerator and let it marinate. Luckily, I did this marinade yesterday, so it's kind of like magic. It worked. It's a cooking show, so we do what we all prepared. So what I'm going to do now is basically lay this on an oven sheet. I took an oven sheet and I laid aluminum foil to make cleaning easier. This was marinated for 12 hours since yesterday. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab the tongs and lay this down on the baking sheet with the skin side up. Okay. We want the skin side up so that when it's cooking, the skin could get crispy. I have here the same thing. Breast, 2 pieces of breast, and 2 pieces of thigh. Okay. Spread it out where there's some space so that the heat could surround all surface of the chicken, so all skin side up. Okay. Now, this is really good marinade. What I'm going to do is just going to take a little bit and pour it on top of each. Not too much, because this has been marinated for 12 hours. Okay. And the rest you're just going to discard. Okay, so I preheated the oven to 375 degrees. Now I'm just going to take this, put it into the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, okay? So I'm going to be right back. So 35 minutes has passed, and this is how the roasted chicken would look like. Just a quick recap. It's really basic. Marinate overnight for 12 hours, or you could do this in the morning before you go to work. Put it in a freezer bag. The 5-spice powder, garlic, cayenne optional, soy sauce, and basically follow the recipe, and then you could come out with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is actually remove the chicken off the baking sheet so that we can get the saucepan and the dripping. This was one whole chicken, which is about 5 pounds, and it's going to serve 4 people. One thing I did do is remove the bone, the wings, left the bone on, skin on, so there could be a lot more flavor. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dripping to make the sauce. So I'm just going to put the dripping in a bowl. Okay, put that aside. Have the chicken here. Okay. Grab a plate with some white rice. This part is optional. As you can see, the oil is smoking right now. The skin, if I touch it, it's already crispy, but for extra crispiness, what you want to do is actually do a quick fry with the skin down in the oil. And you can hear that it's burning. I'm going to do 1 piece dark meat. It's a quick fry. It's already cooked. What we want here is a crispy, really crispy skin. Okay? That's what most people want when they go to a restaurant. They're all asking. This is what we used to do at the restaurant also before serving. Okay? As you can tell now, that's a very crispy skin right there. That's what all the flavor is putting right there. Okay, so we're now just going to assemble it, and before we assemble that, I took some green onion and I chopped it up, put 2 tablespoons of either vegetable oil or olive oil, put this in the microwave for a minute. Okay. So on a nice plate, what you want to do is grab some lettuce. The rice is optional. You can make this into a complete salad, but what I'm going to do is just serve it with white rice, just 2 pieces of romaine lettuce. Take the dark meat, place it right on top. Okay. Then I have some pickled carrots. Every Vietnamese house, we always have pickled vegetable in our house. So we have pickled carrots and pickled daikon. So I'm just going to serve it with pickled carrots and daikon. Okay. Then I have some cucumber, which was half peeled. Basically, it's not all peeled. Just peel it every quarter and then slice it. Some tomato, cut into wedges. Okay. Now the pan sauce that we have here, what I'm going to do is actually get rid of some of the fat on top from the skin, and we just want the sauce And I'm going to put it just on the chicken plate so that it can keep it moist. I'm just letting off the fat here. Okay. Then what we're going to do here is add half a lime. And 1 teaspoon of white sugar. Just mix it up. This part, if you like spicy food, again, we have some cayenne in the seasoning already. So if your family can eat spicy food, eliminate that. But if you love spicy food, you can add also a tablespoon of sriracha into this sauce also, okay? So stir it up, get the granulated sugar dissolved. I'm going to head to the microwave. This was 2 scallion, green onion stalk with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. What I'm going to do here is basically just take, we don't want the oil, we just want the fragrance of the oil. Grab the green onion with a little bit of oil, just top it on your rice. Take a little bit of the pan sauce, pour it on the top of the rice like that. And then this is optional. I love cilantro in everything I eat, so basically I garnish it with a little cilantro. So this is the 5-spice roasted chicken, okay? So I hope you tried this recipe out. With the pickling, do check out our other episode so that you can learn how to pickle your vegetable also. But come back and see us for other recipes coming soon. You have a good day.